Well, welcome everyone to this meeting of the Slack Community Chicago chapter today. Today we're going to have a presentation by Amber called Revolutionize Your Meetings with Slack. So real quick, let's just kind of introduce ourselves. My name is Byron Chopek. I am one of the Chicago chapter leaders, also a certified Slack admin and consultant. I'm also joined today by my other co-leader.
Yeah.
Yes, I was about to say co-host, but I'm like, that's
No, that's something else. That's the other thing.
Joy, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Joy Shutters-Helbing. I'm one of the Chicago Slack co-leaders. I'm also one of the Chicago admin Salesforce co-leaders, and I co-host the Jam podcast. Also, I am not Slack certified yet. I'm really close, but I am multi-certified on the Salesforce platform, and I am a huge Slack enthusiast and Slack school student. And Amber, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Amber Boaz. I am in Durham, North Carolina. I am a Salesforce program manager at a company called Tanium. So on the customer side of all the things, I am part of the Southeast Streamline. I am co-founder and VP of Southeast Streamline. Also run the Slack community group here in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. So if you're ever in the area, come on by.
Road trip. Let's go.
So agenda today, we're first going to talk about some upcoming Slack and Salesforce community events. We'll have Amber's presentation, which we're all really looking forward to, and also do a Slack community swag giveaway. I'll give a little more information on that in just a second. But first, let's just talk about some of the upcoming events that are coming up. So now, starting today, actually, there's a Trailblazer Community Roadshow that is, so if you didn't go to Dreamforce last month, a lot of Dreamforce presentations are going to be done online today through Thursday. If you click on that link there, that'll take you to where you can register on it for free. I'm actually presenting, I think, on Wednesday. We also have, speaking of Slack, the ACE, the Slack certification presentation is going to be given on Tuesday. So a lot of great stuff there. And if you can't make any of it, its stuff will be recorded after the fact. But that's kind of a great way if you want to get some if there was something, Dreamforce related that you really wanted to go to or didn't get a chance to see, there's a good chance it might be on the Community Roadshow. And then obviously for folks here in Chicago, the Agentforce World Tour is happening next month on December 16th at the Marriott Marquis. Is that how I say it?
Marquis. Mm-hmm. Okay. Marriott Marquis.
I'm not. My wife speaks French. I do not. So, but it'll be there from 9 to 5, and it's if you never have gotten a chance to go to a Salesforce event, this is actually a really great intro to it. There will be a lot of people from not just the Slack community, but all different Salesforce communities there to kind of meet up. I usually run into like old coworkers and everything at these events. There's free sessions, a chance to really kind of get hands-on with Agentforce, all that fun stuff. So you can click on the QR codes both there to get registered for both of those things.
Before you go, Byron,
yeah,
the Marriott Marquis is across the street from what's it called?
Wintrust Arena?
No, the other thing.
Why can't I think of the name? It's only been there since the beginning of time. Yes, McCormick.
The McCormick Place. Oh my gosh, my brain was like, floop. So it's right across from McCormick Place. It's really easy to get to from the Loop. You can take the electric line, or oh my gosh, that was really funny. Sorry. Easy to get there from the Loop if you're downtown.
Yeah. So it's literally, and I think a lot of people usually stay at the Marriott whenever they do like connections or anything. So if you're familiar with the area, it's right over there. So
yep.
And it is across from the Wintrust Arena, which
it is. It is indeed. It is indeed.
Has nothing to do with any of this, but I just know that. All right. Last but certainly not least, we are going to do a community swag giveaway. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on people active in the chat. If you have kind of questions for Amber, please feel free to ask them in the chat. And then of our session today, we'll pick one person at random. I'll reach out to you if you're not in the Slack community chat. Give me your email. We can get you kind of in there, so that way you can get said swag. So that will do it for all the housekeeping portions. So I'll stop sharing. So Amber, if you want to go ahead and share your screen.
Would love to.
Okay. I was ready for you to be like, actually, there's a problem. And I can't.
Okay.
All right.
Is that visible? Everybody can see it?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so this is very low key. All right. So questions, concerns, side remarks, come off mute, stop me, ping in the chat, whatever. Okay. Cool. Clicking. There we go. Hi again, Amber Boaz. My pronouns are she, her. I am the Salesforce platform owner of Service Cloud at Tanium. And again, I'm in Durham, North Carolina, and that is my face. All right. So Slack did some research back in the day. This is all pulled from that. And they found that employees spend an average of 18 hours a week in meetings. I was like, that feels high. Maybe, I don't know, 18? I don't know how I feel about that. So I looked at how what my meeting schedules looks like, and damn if that wasn't real. So this is clearly back in the past. But some weeks I had 28 hours of meetings. But on average, I was having 4 hours a day. So this little visualization comes right from Google Calendar if you're in a workspace. And so I pulled this, and this was a bit of a wake-up call of like, oh, holy crap, that is a lot of hours in meetings. What if this could have been an email or a Slack message? Most of it could have been a Slack message. So let's talk about some scary statistics that come from this same research. 14% of the people invited to meetings say no. They just, no, I'm not coming to your meeting. 31% wish they could say no. That doesn't surprise me. Is anybody surprised by 31%? Like, I don't want to be there, but I don't feel like I can say no. 70% are multitasking during meetings. Fess up, how many of y'all are multitasking? Yep. I get it. So based on that math, $25,000 per employee is wasted per year. 25 grand per employee. If you are a 1 employee company, that is $25,000 a year. If you're a 100-person company, that is $2.5 million a year wasted on meetings that didn't have to be meetings. So how do we fix this? Let's replace meetings with channels. So I'm hopeful that most folks kind of understand what a channel is in Slack, but let's pretend you're a sales manager and it's the last month of the quarter. And rather than doing status meetings with each one of your humans, you can have them in a channel and ask that question. And having those cross-functional partners in the channel, posting messages, asking for updates, talking about risks and next steps. And all this can be asynchronous, right? Are folks, how many folks, just quick raise of hands, how many folks are on teams that are international, where not everybody is in the same time zone, country? Yep, there we go. Yep. So doing this asynchronously, Sunil, do you have your hand up because you were raising your hand or because you have a question? That was a hand raise. Okay, all right.
Hand raise. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Thank you. Just want to make sure. So channels are a great way to have those conversations asynchronously. So you don't have to do it all in the same time zone because time zones are a pain. Speaking of which, this one's super useful for me for communicating specifically like with Europe. A lot of my stakeholders are in Poland and they are not in Durham. And those are 2 different time zones. And so what I do is schedule my messages for times that they are online. I also schedule messages for myself, meaning, hey, Amber, don't forget to do the thing. I also sometimes will reply to my boss, but schedule it for later so that she doesn't know that I'm working after hours because I don't need that type of pressure. It's artificial boundary reinforcement. But this is a great way to keep things moving regardless of time zones and keep your agenda, get it out of your brain and into a system that handles it. All right, so increasing visibility, aligning external stakeholders. My company is getting ready to launch a big project where we have a vendor who is the software vendor, and we have a vendor who is the implementation partner. All of those folks are going to be in external Slack channels with us so that we can communicate, connect, make sure that we're collaborating on the right stuff. We have the project plan saved as a file in that in that channel, like keeping everything in line. So making sure that all the right people are in the right place at the right time. Makes it really useful for, I just completely lost my train of thought. Super useful. Channels are amazing. Go use them. All right, let's talk about workflows. So my company is hiring, and we bring on new people pretty frequently. Using workflows to onboard new members to the channels that are important, to the pieces of channels that are important. So my team has 4 channels that we use pretty regularly for various things. And understanding what each of those things is for. We have one for support, one for our Scrum ceremonies, one for kind of day-to-day, hey, I'm going to a dentist appointment, I'm not going to be available. And then one for, let's be honest, it's memes. I could pretend like it was something other than memes, but it's memes. I mean, I won't lie to you. But each of those 4 channels, like there's a different, even though it's the same group of humans, there's a bit of a different culture in each channel. And so being a newcomer coming in, it can be a little weird to be like, why do we have so many? What are we using them for? Great place to collect kind of, as this says, key resources. If it's for account teams, for example, the account plan, customer overview information. If you have not yet, attend Slack School. Mike posted the URL very first thing in the chat. In Slack School, he talks about Salesforce channels. Salesforce channels, not to be confused with Slack channels, they're the same but different, where you can see record information in Slack, Salesforce record information in Slack, so you don't have to leave and swivel chair. So really cool stuff there. Did I represent that accurately, Mike? Did I?
Yes.
Awesome. Love it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Another thing that my team does is daily stand-ups. I call these book report meetings where every person, you go around the room and every person talks about what they did. Those are super easy to tune out of when you have a big team, and super easy to kind of lose the plot. So if you use a workflow to collect that information, A, it's in writing, B, it can be asynchronous, and C, it isn't a time suck. I call it calendar Tetris when you try to find a time during the day when everybody's available. My Scrum team is 15 people across 9 time zones. Finding a time when everybody's available is torture. And so doing this asynchronously is a huge win for the kind of the whole of the organization. It also is great for, hey, I'm on vacation and I need to see where that work item was that I left in Sally's hands. Oh, I see on Wednesday she talked about it, and then Thursday it got finished, that kind of thing. So you can see what happened back in the past, because Slack lets you time travel. No? All right. Let's talk about replacing meetings with huddles. This is the closest kind of analog to actual meeting, like meeting in person in a room. We use them predominantly for these kind of quick swarming. Hey, we have this case, we have this customer, we need to get a thing done. We use it less for scheduled meetings, but I'm working on it with my group. So rather than waiting to find a time when everybody's available, you spin up a huddle. While you wait for those folks to join the huddle, you get to listen to really cool music. That might be my favorite part of huddles. And then there's a video audio connection. You can share screens, all that stuff. And then and everybody can see that there's a huddle happening, so they can jump in or not, as the case may be. And then there's transcripts, and you can see all sorts of things that happened about that huddle in the channel. So super useful there. Huddles are pretty fantastic. Nobody has any questions so far. I'm cruising here. Joy, we can't hear you. We can see your voice moving, your mouth moving, but we can't hear you at all. So there you are.
All right, maybe. So
yeah.
You can change the huddle music though, right?
I know. It's great. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You can pick your huddle music. But yeah, I might join huddles just by myself just because it's amazing. So good.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
All right. Any other questions, concerns, or snide remarks before I move on? Going once, going twice. All right. We talked a little bit about shared channels with external folks. You can use huddles in external channels. Super useful for those same, I don't know about y'all, but like if I am in, somebody's typing, not maybe you, Joy. If somebody is, if somebody's at our vendor and we need them to, oh, look at you. Thank you. and we need to bring them into a huddle, we can do that because they're part of the, you can also add other meeting apps, absolutely. But what I really like about this, what I like about using huddles with external stakeholders is the transcripts, the seeing, kind of the thread, seeing what all has happened there. I had another point about this, but I don't. Oh, visibility of calendars. Because they're vendors, I can't see their calendars. I don't know when they're free. I don't know when they have other client meetings. And so rather than doing the, negotiation that comes with, when are you, how about Tuesday at 4? Nope, I'm not. Oh, wait, I forgot what time zone you're in. All that falderall, using it, you do quick and dirty meetings right there in Slack. You okay, Roy? Ray? You okay? All right. Questions, concerns, snide remarks? Okay. This one I've used quite a bit when making big changes, holding an office hours. I schedule it with our scheduling, and then I just open up a huddle, and anybody who wants to join can join. If nobody joins, I'm listening to the snazzy music. If they do join, we have a conversation, and then that information is captured, right? Because Slack is doing the transcript and can do a summary for me, and then I can copy pasta that off into a knowledge base if I want, or I can leave it in Slack and search it right from Slack. So
that's amazing.
Right?
I hadn't considered using that for office hours. That's fantastic.
It's super, super user friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. So, anybody done anything like that before? Anybody office hours it? No? Okay. All right. Let's talk about clips and Canvas. So I have a grand boss, and a great grand boss. Telling them what I'm doing so that they can keep up with the awesomeness that Amber is, rather than sending an email, because I can send them a clip. Here's a little bit of information about what I've been working on, and here's a screen share about the cool thing. It's no more than 5 minutes because you're limited to 5 minutes, but it's a super quick and dirty way to say, hey, here's the cool thing I'm working on. This is also a cool way we do release notes with this. So here's a change. Here's what it used to look like. Huzzah. Now here's what it actually looks like. Huzzah. Use it as a mom's mission in Canvas. Yeah, absolutely. Put that stuff in Canva, and 100%. So this is super useful. So clips are super useful for, again, just looping people in quick and dirty. And then Canvas. Canvas is in my opinion, unsung hero of where you can store all sorts of useful information about the context of the channel, whatever the context of the channel is. So what are the resources? What are the documents? What projects? What's the, God forbid, SharePoint folder? Where are the things that you need to do your job so that you're not spreading folks too thin? They can come into a channel and understand the context of what's going on. Canvases are pretty awesome, in my humble yet accurate opinion. And
I love the checklist. I love the checklist in the Canvas.
Oh, absolutely. I use a Canvas for planning our local Slack community group meetings. My co and I have a Canvas of like meeting logistics, and then we have a separate Canvas of like meeting ideas.
Ooh.
I know, it's pretty awesome.
Byron.
Yeah.
You should get that from Amber. Amber should share that with all of the Slack community group leaders.
I should do that, shouldn't I? That's
a template. It would be amazing.
That's a good call. I will work on that.
I like it.
So yeah, that is the 10 ways to replace ineffective meetings with Slack.
That is amazing. Yay.
How many of those anybody wants to see again? Because I went through them pretty fast. I talk kind of fast.
Well, one quick question I kind of had, Amber, and this might not be a technical question, but more of a personnel kind of question. How do you, within a channel, how do you keep a channel kind of organized to a topic without it going, haywire, where everybody's kind of throwing everything at it? Do you usually kind of assign a couple people, like, hey, manage this channel? Like, what's kind of the best way as far as the human side of managing these kinds of channels?
Yeah, that's definitely, so tech is easy, people are hard.
That's a good
let's just be real. Honestly, if a topic is coming up over and over again, make a new channel for it. right? Like if people are talking about their, their weekend shindigs, make a channel for, weekend shindigs for this.
Redirect. Yep.
Yeah. Just, and say, hey kids, like, I get that this is cool, but let's talk about it over here. Is that going to be possible with every kind of, topic that gets in the way? Absolutely not. But if you can move the like low hanging fruit off to its own channel, that is a really great way to kind of do that change management. And to Joy's point about her favorite emoji, threading, making sure people know when to thread and when, I was going to say when not to thread, but 9 times out of 10, you should be threading.
Well, right. But like if there's a topic shift and you're like going through a thread and you're like talking about a thing and then you go like whole other thing, like let's start over. Let's restart this. That's great.
Yep.
So another quick thought, and this is actually something that I'm working through right now. When with like launching Canvas to like kind of explain to people what Canvas is or kind of how it should be used. Like what would you kind of say? Like, let's say I already have everything, in a wiki form over here of how to do things. How would I use Canvas? Would I just literally copy paste everything from that and put it into Canvas or direct people? Like what would you say? Kind of like how do I sell Canvas?
Yeah, I think the best way to sell Canvas is to use Canvas. And I don't know that, I mean, it a little bit depends on your culture, right? If you're a wiki organization that everything is in the wiki, and if it is in the wiki, it didn't happen, moving folks to Canvas is going to be hard. But if you have if you're a consulting company, there's a different, like wiki type information is how do you do an expense report? Canvas stuff I see as here's this client, here's the transactions with the client, here's the to-do list. And then once that engagement is done, you would archive that channel. Is that the way to use Canvas? No. If you didn't have a wiki, I would say start with Canvas. But if you've got one, use what you have and what people are used to. I don't know that moving that's a big culture shift that may or may, the juice may not be worth the squeeze on that one.
I like the idea of using a Canvas in context. It's kind of like everyone knows like how to ride in a cab, but like in the cab they have all the directions about like don't forget your belongings. This is the price like sheet. This is how you use the the pay for the thing. It's like in context information for Slack or for that channel. So that's how I would approach it too.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, let me tell you, we all put help text on those little fields we create and it tells you what to do and then you don't have to worry about it so much.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's open this up. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or feel free to come off mute as well. We definitely want to make sure we're addressing any kind of questions that people, or even if something wasn't covered, that we can help with. I think we'd be more than happy to talk on that. So if anybody has anything, feel free. Oh,
I will. Yeah, I will say that the clips save my tail with a customer I worked for a while, because the stakeholders were like their calendars were just so booked all the time, and I was like, I need not even 10 minutes of your time, and 10 minutes is so I can be polite before I hang up. But I would just send them a quick demo of what I had done, and they'd be like, "This is perfect, great," or "They change here and there, great," and just go and do the things, and it was more efficient than trying to find 15 minutes or even 5 minutes on their calendar.
Yep. Mike, you had your hand raised, sir? Did you have a
question? So when you have these like channels that are dedicated to a project, right? There might be a variety of different meetings.
Sure.
So how do you, when we take like this kind of simple idea of saying like, well, I want this meeting could be a channel. What if I have a big channel and that channel is going to result in multiple meetings? Like, how do you deal with that?
Multiple meetings around the same.
Yeah, like there might be a daily stand-up and there might be a retro and there might be, all sorts of different ceremonies that we need to attend.
Gotcha.
Right. So how do you incorporate that idea?
I have only ever seen that done all in one channel. With that said, the developers have a channel, the admins have a channel, the BAs have a channel, and then we come together in those kind of I'm going to call it the ceremony channel, but that's not what it is, but that's what it is.
Right.
And have those meetings have those conversations there. That's also where we run planning poker for sizing stories for the planning poker app. We added that to Slack, so you can do sizing of stories there. Yeah, I've only ever seen it done that way, but I'm sure there are other ideas that are better than mine.
Do you worry about having too many channels?
Oh yeah. Channel, yeah, absolutely. But I'm absolutely brutal with my notifications. I like you have to want to you have to need to talk to me.
I need to talk to you all the time, Amber. All the time.
I'm very like, so to give you an idea, so I'm in 15 Slack workspaces, and then work has a Slack workspace, and my work workspace is in the browser, and everything else is in the installed app. And so right now, because I'm presenting to y'all, the installed app is minimized. I don't see it. I'm not seeing notifications, nothing. But when I'm between meetings or whatever, I can see it. Meanwhile, my work Slack is in a browser tab, and it's just like moved to the bottom of my screen. So if work blows up, I can beg off and say, hey guys, I'm so sorry. Work blew up. World stopped spinning. They need Amber. I can jump to that. But no, I try to keep things segregated. On my phone, they're all in the app because that's how the world works. But on my work laptop, which is what you're seeing right now, they are separate.
That's interesting.
That's a great hack. I like it.
Kidneys up top.
I definitely do the thing where I only have certain workspaces in certain places.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So like, like my phone has different workspaces. Like my personal phone has different workspaces
100%.
than my work computer.
Yes.
And even yet different workspaces than my work cell phone.
Yes, 100% true. Yep.
I get that.
Yep.
I like it.
But the part of the reason that I keep my work stuff in browser is because I have that browser. I have a Chrome profile, and it's red.
Mm-hmm.
A, that's our corporate color, and B, that's the Amber, be careful, this is work.
Oh, so you can do like meme filtering.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
I think that's something that I've done also, like the workspaces where I can think differently. I can do different things but like I do something similar with my production org for Salesforce and my sandboxes for Salesforce. I do a color scheme situation, and I love that I can do my choice of color schemes in Slack. Like, I can customize it, and Halloween was a lot of fun. The spooky, fun, ghouly stuff I really enjoyed, and I can't wait for the next one.
There was a cursed Amber theme, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, it was just
hard to not take it personally is all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying, Mike. I blame you. It's fine.
We do have a question in the
We have a question in the chat.
I was just going to say, this is not the first time that someone has assumed I have a whole lot more say in what happens here than I do.
You don't have that kind of power?
Like,
that's fair. That's fair.
I really don't.
Beach says, have I tried alternative Slack clients? I have not. I'll have to check it out. Call me. I read that first as clammy, and I was a little concerned. Call me definitely is I'll have to check it out. I so far my system's working pretty well for me, but I will take a look.